Here we go. We got 100 points in. Not a bad start. Well, I think I'm just gonna have to take that tempo. Oh, this guy, he's ruining my opening. We don't have our setup anymore. But there's a price. There's a price for that type of play. And that's white is way behind in development. So far behind, they're gonna lose the rook. And I still got both my bishops out. Just I lost the knight in the process. Let's grab that. Let's try to remove. Once I'm up with a rook, we're just gonna trade some pieces off. Okay. Let's take that. Let's take this. White's running out of pieces here. They got a knight and a rook that aren't playing. They just got one queen. Don't think I'm too worried about a queen checkmating me. I like the aggression. I like that. Okay. How about we trade queens? Wow. Okay. Easier than I thought. Do you think my opponent's gonna blunder g3 and hang the rook because they forget about my bishop? I think it's worth a try. Check. And thank you. Got him. Sebi Meister. Good luck, sir. Let's prepare the hippo. Ooh, an anti-hippo. I'm gonna try this move anyways. White's investing a lot of time and now we just take like this. One knight here. One knight there. And people keep doing this, but hopefully you're going to be comfortable with the bishop pair. Not a bad trade at all. Castle. Black is castled, developed, safe. White is not castled, not developed, and in a moment, not safe. Once you got the bishops, you're heading development. That's your sign. Harass your opponent before they can castle. Even better here. That looks like a free pawn on e4. And I'm gonna take it like it's free. Oh. Every time I think it's free, they give up their queen. That's happened as a recurring theme. The recurring theme here is none of these opponents respect the queen at all. They just couldn't give a fuck. Or nobody has noticed this light squared bishop. It's a sniper. And Sebi Meister has disconnected and the game will auto resign in 25 seconds. I think we should get some extra points for causing that. King Bling Sting. Nice username. Let's get that. This, that. You can't play this. I'll grab here. Okay. E6 and then D6. We're not gonna fall for this. King bling. I was gonna play D6 anyways. And now what's the next move? Why don't we just go A6? It's not a bad move to throw in, right? Well, that's a sweaty move. If I go A6, they can take. I'm just going to assume they're not capable of calculating 3 moves ahead. So let's go A6. If they find it, then hats off to them. I don't want to play like too powerful at this rating. Like some games I do want to take it easy. I want to like stick to the core. Be consistent. But this move might actually work for white. With a follow-up of D6 captures C7, captures B8. But if they find that, then they're one strong 1000. They didn't, and instead we're up a piece for 2 pawns, which I'm not going to be complaining about that. Okay, I can't move this knight here. I can, but I'm not going to. But if we got a piece, we can change things up a little bit. Now we just castle. Okay, I'm a piece up, I'm castled, and white's not. So let's attack before their king gets saved. Let's grab this pawn. I don't want to lose this knight, so let's move it. Nobody likes the queen anymore. Every game, my opponents just don't care about the queen. If I take with a knight, they take back. But if I take with a bishop, and they take back, I get the queen. I get that queen, so I'm going to take with the bishop. Good. Holy smokes. King bling sting. I'm going to take... I have to take that. I have to. I love the bishops. I got this, that. Every piece is getting developed. Why don't we bring the queen in as well? Let's have the queen join the party. Oh my goodness. Have you noticed the recurring theme is players don't notice this bishop at this elo? Well, let's grab. It's just invisible. Absolutely. Completely invisible. We take those. And now, the luxury of trading when you're ahead. Check. Ooh. That's an unfortunate square, my friend. Unfortunate because I can go here. And pick up that rook as well. Alrighty. Let's get the bishops ready. There we go. This was not according to plan. It was supposed to be harder than this. I'm trying to show how to play the games. I'm not trying to like win easily. I want to like just get this set up, show how durable it is, and Some of you may like it, some of you may not. But hey. I didn't realize it was even easier than that. Let's continue. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this in a moment. I just won a full rook and I didn't have to use any brain cells. Okay, let's take it. Now the game is just different. When you're up a rook, you're up a rook. I mean, you want to trade, you want to push. The world's your oyster. There's a blind spot though. You guys are getting some tips. I think it's pretty clear there's a serious blind spot at this ELO range. I haven't played that many games, and how many times have you seen somebody drop the soap? Alright, let's give it a check. Let's go here. What I want is I want to see if my opponent hangs that. They didn't, eh? Okay. I thought they might. I'm gonna set up a combination here. It's not for everybody. After h6, I'm gonna still set it up. Okay, see? Everybody hangs the rook. There's nobody who doesn't hang the rook here. Nobody. Show me somebody who doesn't hang the rook. Both rooks. I don't want the rook. I want checkmate. So I'm gonna finish this game off. Check. They have this move, but I hope they're not able to see it. It's not an easy move to find. Still losing, but it prevents checkmate. Because as soon as I take the queen, they can take my queen. But what's important to Hippo is to seize those diagonals first. Then you win the rook. There we go. And Keat. Hello, and Keat. That's one bishop. Oh, we love to see that, don't we? We love to see that. Let's get this bishop sorted. Let's harass this so I can play d3. They're being annoying. We can still get it in. Now I go d3, knight e2. I wonder at what rating we're gonna run into like stress. Because right now this has been one of the easiest starts. Wait. Okay. That knight is pinned. So let's hope they take the forbidden fruit. I'm gonna castle and invite you to take this. And Keat. Would you like to taste my berries? Nope. Okay. I just had to ask. Guess the answer is no. I see some potential over here. So from this position, like, there's a bunch of different ways you can play. You can play passive, you can play aggressive. You've castled, your pieces are out, and your pawns are flexible. Most of your pawns are able to move forward. So it's definitely at this point. I like to find ways to improve my bishops, and usually that means breaking down the pawns in the middle. Because those are usually blocking it. If I can chip away at this bishop gets better. If I can play d4, this bishop gets better. I'm gonna take with a knight. the knight wants to join the party. Let's grab that. I just want to open everything up. And then we're just gonna take this and take that and profit. Black's position collapses from the base. I gave away my bishop, but hopefully we got a good haul in for that. We got a rook and a pawn. Probably rook and 2 pawns if we add it all up in the end. Rook and 2 pawns looks about right. So. An exchange in 2 pawns, sorry. They have a bishop for my rook and 2 pawns. So 7 versus 3, approximately. That's cute. What if I go queen here? Not, I don't want to hang my queen. You want to hang your knight, okay? You insist. This, we should like look at the plus minus of my light squared bishop. So far, my light squared bishop has probably won like 100 points of material and like not lost anything in like 10 games. It's like, it's a stone cold assassin. It's the Reaper, the Grim Reaper of the board. These are easy moves. Rook b1, knight c4, pin the pieces. Easy does it. Easy does it. You know how it is. Oh, that's a move. Let's take the free piece. Let's take the free pawn. I have some tricks. The first move begins with rook b7. The next move begins and ends with queen takes g7. Alrighty, Godwin Joseph. Hello, Godwin Joseph. Bit more of an aggressive setup. You could win a pawn here. You could consider it. And maybe for demonstration purposes, we should practice that. Gonna do it? I'm gonna do it just to give you guys some range in the positions you're watching. I'm giving up a bishop for a knight, but I do win a pawn. A center pawn for it, which fortunately got knight f3. Let's bring this knight in. And I'm up a pawn, so I don't really mind trading. How about we just trade some stuff? Pawn up. Some people like being a pawn up, so let's see how that plays out. I'm actually gonna go for a similar setup for now. But I'm a pawn up, should be happy. I want to trade queens. When you're a pawn up and you trade queens, usually good things happen. Let's offer a queen trade. I have a feeling they're gonna decline. No? Oh my word. Okay. Now the pawn is really something. h3, kick that knight away. Okay. Now we're 2 pawns up. We just have to make sure we don't get checkmated. And we're going to prevent checkmate by kicking away that bishop. But look at this. Connect 4. I win. I win. I won connect 4. You should resign. My opponent's playing well though. They actually are threatening checkmate, so I gotta give them some credit. Let's bring the knight in, the horsey. Let's keep going. Is that another pawn? I just can't help myself here. Let me grab that, if you don't mind. Let me move back. Oof. This knight, buddy's gonna have some nightmares. That's a fork. Check. And we're not done yet, hey? Now we grab that. Oh my goodness. My opponent wants more. I will do it. Let's take another rook with check. And let's take that bishop. Sure thing. Are we going for connect? Okay, okay, we're playing along here. Gobble, gobble, gobble. This is a buffet. Let's play a3. Don't let their king come into the position. We must torture the opponents. So I would go here, but it ruins connect 5. So based off of that, I can't. I cannot. Cannot allow it. Here we go. Check. We need to set up connect 5. Let's get rid of this pawn. Push. Trade. Push. And prevent the king from coming in. Do you want to stalemate your opponent? Do you want to learn from the experts? If they went there, king e3 would have been stalemate. Let's just cut the rook off. Let's cut the rook off. Yeah. We'll push. Cut the king off this way. Oh. I'm not gonna have enough time to deliver a checkmate the way I want to. If I move my king around, I would have lost on time, so we'll have to settle for this. I could make 7 queens here. I'll let you see my hippo. We're pushing through here. Great success. Bring the knights in. And kick away this bishop. We're doing really well. We get the bishops. By the way, remember what I said earlier? Like, people forget about the pawns. You can grab this pawn. That pawn, 100%. Looks free to me. Tasty. Go for it. Go for it. Seriously. Don't have any drinks right now. I'm thirsty. Okay, let's throw a3 in. Just some waiting moves. Hello, Giorgio. Okay, what if I attack your knight? Okay. We just got the bishop pair. I like playing c4. Because as I said, I mean, you want to open up this bishop if you can. But so far we're just getting good positions. Easy positions. Giorgio's asking, what's the difference between the hedgehog and the hippo? Honestly, Googling would probably be the easiest thing, but the hedgehog isn't necessarily a double fianchetto setup. And on top of that, in the hedgehog, you don't normally put your knights on e7 and d7. There's some similarities with the pawns, but the pieces are on different squares. I want to open things up. They're probably like second cousins. They're not unrelated. Probably like second cousin openings. There's some similarities. Now that is a move we like to see. Because this bishop's starting to get stronger and stronger. Let's push through. Let's cramp our opponent here. We're not done yet though. They're definitely getting the squeeze right now. Knight's gonna come here. And then I'm gonna put the knight on d6. That looks good, right? We all agree? Bishop here. I want this to be very unpleasant. Bishop there. Let's bring more guests to the event. The knight. Let's grab. And if they take here, oof, look at this. This is a thing of beauty. This is so nasty because I don't have to take the knight. The knight cannot move anywhere. My opponent just took away the last square. So I'm actually just gonna pass. I just want to torture them. Okay, now I'll take it. And let's bring the queen in. Offer a trade. Push. Takes. And now let's bring the rook in. Check. That's not check. Don't listen to me. Check. Takes. And let's make a new queen. Check. Checkmate. Okay. I would say in general, oh, this is the anti-hippo. I would say in general that it's more of an opening for black. Because with white, you generally they say you should grab this space. But you can play it for both sides just because I wanted to reinforce ideas. This is an anti-hippo as well. What's with these anti-hippos? Okay, you got me. You got me. I don't have my setup, but that's gonna happen in chess. That's gonna happen. I'll still try to open things up. Still ahead in development. Castle, king's looking safe. Let's harass this bishop. Okay. I see. My bishops want open diagonals, so... And now this knight is pinned. Be careful. Well, we're looking to open things up here. So let's go f5. Bishops need to open up. Do I take here or here? I can also take on f3. Some options, hey? I'm gonna take this way. This is hanging, and I'm certainly gonna grab it. I'm certainly gonna thank you for that. Let's take with a pawn. So I can get some more pawns here. I can build the center. Get some passers. You want to connect your pawns. Connected pass pawns are the key. Those are the big pawns you want. And these are isolated pawns. They're not connected. Let's grab that. Let's grab this. Let's trade. And we'll keep advancing. Where is your bishop going when I go here? That bishop is stuck. That's a good move. That's a good find. But yeah, this pawn mass in the center is too good. Let's develop the king. And now trade everything off. Check. We're just gonna run this pawn down the board. Yes, yes, yes. So pretty much, I mean, to summarize, even from this game, white can go for some anti-hippo setups, but they risk overextending their center. And if you notice the center is being overextended, chip away at it, attack it. It usually takes more energy for your opponent grabbing all the space, extending, than it is for you to just challenge it a little bit. There we go. Chess player Richard, sure. Hello, Richard. All right. They're going for a very logical setup. I'd play the same way. I have played the same way. And we're just gonna take away all the aggressive looking moves. They are attacking though. This is a high testosterone setup. We're waiting in the swamp, but not as much room to operate with. Still, don't underestimate it. We got b5. And the knight can go, okay, I want to close things off on this part of the board. If you don't mind. Push. Do I trap your bishop? Chess player Richie? Where is this bishop going? Let's grab. All right, Richard. Let me grab this. I'm gonna take it all. So now I'm up everything. And again, we already know everybody hangs their rook. That's happened so many times. Oh, in this case, they resign. Richard had a strong, promising start, but hung everything. Happy win 69. All right. I respect anybody with 69 in their username. Okay, I like throwing h3. Just asking, what are you gonna do with that bishop? Okay, now I know what you're gonna do. You wanna lurk. You wanna lurk around there. Let's get this knight in. We don't want to hang the queen. Okay. They're stopping this entirely, eh? Annoying. Very annoying. But we want to see tough setups. I still need to develop. I can go knight f3, but I want to know. I'll challenge. Just kidding. Now we know what to do from earlier in this episode. Let's go a3, question the bishop. They love doing that. Okay. I don't mind. At some point I'll play b4. I'm not too worried, I think. Push. Push. Now that knight is totally offside, and don't queenside castle. Good. Because you queenside castle, you're losing everything. This bishop is stuck behind our pawns. This bishop is not. Starting to look more and more promising. Let's bring this knight in. I'll take with a bishop. Keep that option open. Okay. You're sure about that? Let's grab that pawn. Thank you. They go here, we'll grab this pawn and say thank you. No, we just won a pawn. That's enough for me. Let's challenge this knight. I don't like it. I wanted that move. My opponent doesn't know the dad bod shuffle is very useful. The move I'm thinking about right now is G6. G6 is tempting. You know what? Let's put our king on E2. That's a better square. Because the rooks are connected. The rooks are connected. We gotta value that. I think we do. Let's harass some more. Okay, I want to move my king out of any sort of checking range. Is that a good move, sir? Is that a good move? What if I take? Now your bishop's hanging. You're not gonna like what I have planned here. Let's grab that. Grab this. Lovely, lovely material. And happy win 69 is disconnected, and the game will auto resign. We're trying. G. Auto fat. Okay. Usually you feign Keto, the bishop that can attack their pawn first. Like, okay, this is gonna happen. I'm gonna do it. I didn't take like a game in the beginning, but here I'm gonna take a free pawn if it's offered, especially a center pawn. I want to make sure I'm not getting checkmate. Oh, what's going on here? Is there a trick here? I sure hope not. I sure hope there's not a trick. There's not a trick. I'm just up a rook and a pawn. And it keeps happening. Alright, let's shut down this bishop. We don't want any funny business. Would you like to trade AutoFat? I wouldn't mind a trade. I'm up so much right now. This bishop is bad. Let's continue. Can I entice you? What about now? Okay, if you're not gonna trade, I'm gonna try to force the trades. Do we castle? No. I'll just move my bishop back. We'll get our trade in like this. There's our trade. There's our trade. And now I can trade and live happily ever after. Queen. But no, this wasn't a hippo. I just won a pawn. I won 2 pawns and a rook from the opening. So yeah, we never got our setup because it was just handed to us on a platter. And now I'm just initiating more trades. Robotic. Just taking everything I can see. Pillaging. This is a clean bulk. You don't have to feel bad about taking pawns and things like that. This is a very clean, healthy bulk. Check. Check. And now let's start pushing that pawn. Hungry, hungry hippo indeed. Push. 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 You know, when I start saying push, doesn't matter if I'm playing like a 900 or like a GM, it's probably not a good sign when I start spitting out the pushes. It usually means a queen is on the way. Bring all the pieces in. Yeah. Let's give it a check. Good game. Auto fat. GG. This is the game for 1,000. Okay. Bishops are ready. I have heard that before, Viral Sand. I have. Quite a few times. Okay, let's go E3. Bring this knight in. You're not always going to get the exact setup. It's actually easier to get it as black. Black is more reactionary. Let's go H3 here. Hopefully they give up their bishop. If they don't, okay. But look at the pieces. White is ahead in development compared to black, so okay, I'm not getting the perfect setup, but I might just castle and play a normal looking position. It's not not the end of the world there. Oh, I see. I see. That's what you want. Okay. No pawn for you. All right, let's bring the knight in. I like taking with the pawn because then we can build a pawn center. Plus, we are threatening to win this now. Queen b8's a weird move. That's definitely like a move I don't understand. It's definitely somebody's tripping. Queen b8 and h5 do not coordinate because the queen is not around to support this poor guy. This is a sacrificial lamb. This is like in 300, the opening scene. You send an emissary, like a representative of your kingdom, and they just cut the head off. They just say, dude, you're alone. You got, sure, these aren't the customs and stuff to kill ambassadors, but it's just gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So come here. I'm gonna chop the head off. Oh, they're not doing it? I really want to win the pawn now. I want to win the pawn. Thank you. That's what we call a headshot. No, it's not. Is it time to start pushing the pawns? I believe it is. If you got him, use him. 2 pawns up. I will trade. I need to bring my king in the game. What is that? Dude. Okay. They just didn't count properly there. Didn't count that either. Please bring your king here. And then play g6 so I can self-mate. We need our opponent to self-mate themselves. I don't see how it happens. Okay, check. We're just gonna trade. Make a passed pawn. Bring the king up. Box out their king. And they might resign here. When you play like an accurate endgame move, a lot of times people resign. Because you just have demonstrated technique and that's all they need to see. They're very close to resigning anyways, but just one accurate move and it's usually like, okay. The frustration builds up. Okay, we got 200 points there. Not a terrible session. Thanks for watching an episode of the Hippo Speedrun. If you want to stay up to date with all of our latest content, other speedruns, and future episodes of this, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.